Morena, thank you very much for having me back at ENCA. I think to answer that question that you just asked me now, yes, I would say there is. The only reason why I say that is I think we've all heard what Makayantini story, what he went through when he was in the side. And I just feel that, even when I was playing in the side, there's no kind of equality, when we talk about giving opportunities to whether black or white players, it has to be the same thing. Everything should be the same. If a black player is given a chance and he fails and is not picked the next game, the white player should get the same treatment. So I'd literally say I'll back my statement by saying yes. Well, in all honesty, when Makaya left the team, I was the only black guy who was in the team. So it could only be clear that obviously the things that they did to my mentor, the person that I looked up to, is simply the same things that they're going to do to me. So there were a lot of instances, like we could sit here the whole night and talk about it. But the one that comes up to mind now is, when I was given the opportunity to play in the World Cup in Bangladesh 2011. But I'm sure that we will discuss or unfold as we go on. In all honesty, I went to the coach because that's the person that, well, that's the person I think that decides who picks the team. So I went to the coach asking him, why am I being dropped after picking up 4 wickets for 15 runs in the same field, same pitch, everything, just a different opponent. And it was quite frustrating, the answer that he gave me, that I did not have experience. The questions that I had going back into my isolation room was that, what else is it that they need from me? How am I going to get experience if I don't get to play? So there's a little bit of a gap missing in that department. Yeah, definitely. There was it was easily noticeable that there is player power, and I would literally get to the bus as the first guy in the bus, but I couldn't just sit in front of the bus because I know that these certain players sit at certain spots, so I had to go sit at the back up until I was a little bit more comfortable when Wayne Panel came into the setup as well. So it literally was something that, or someone that I could relate to, you know. So it's not a hidden thing that the art, we call them the big five, and they still exist. Well, you know, sometimes it's very difficult mentioning names, but I think in all honesty, a lot of people know the Big Five. It's something that's out there. Even if you can Google it, it's something that's out there. You know. I think, like I said before, you know, people they've got their own opinions, right? A lot of people might not know my side of the story when it comes to the fixing, but it's something that's dealt with internally by Cricket South Africa, and it's something that we can go out in public and speak about it. But I'm sure uh, just like now that we are able to speak out about the things that we went through while we were playing, there will be a time for when I have to speak about my side of the story when it comes to that. And definitely, I think with the experience that I've got, I can possibly hold a admin or some kind of position in the CSA. I never felt any kind of disbelief, you know, because like you mentioned as well that I come from a very strong sporting family, and those were the people that each and every time when I'm on tour, I'll give them a call, I'll talk to them, and they'll by all means try and strengthen me up for the next game, you know. So, and the other thing that gave me belief that I was good enough to be in the setup was that the results spoke for themselves. You know, each and every time when I played, I made sure that I produced. Yes, there were one or two games, a couple of games for that matter, that I never did well, like any other player would do. But like my first point, we were not given the same opportunities. I've dealt with that question a couple of times. I've dealt with it on social media many times. And I don't get tired of telling people why now. The only reason that we could only speak now is that we are trying to educate the young kids that are coming up about what's going on. And at that time, we were feeding our families with that money that we were given by Cricket South Africa. So if you had out voiced yourself, spoken to the coach in a manner that they think it's not right, they would definitely close doors for you. Yeah, like I said, each and every person has got his own opinion, and who am I to stand in front of their own opinions? But what I'm standing for, I feel that it's right, and it's time that we stand for that. Um, whether I've been banned, it doesn't mean that I can't comment on anything that's got to do with cricket. At the end of the day, cricket is my first love, but people will always have their side of the story, and they'll always have their opinions to throw around, but it's something that we doing for the black kids that are out there, that are representing us in the Proteas setup. We saying that we are fully behind them, no matter what. It can't happen for so long, and we're not doing anything about it. Well, in all honesty, for my career to be where it is today, I don't see any faults that I did. And to be honest, it's what the white media portrays us to be as black players. Meanwhile, after isolation, when you come back from 3 months, 4 months tour from India, the only thing that you want to do is you want to have fun, because you're with the people that actually that respect you. You're with the people that make you feel at home. So the only thing that you can do is to go out and have fun. And a lot of people were saying that, no, but Lonwabo is going out. Even white players do that. Who doesn't do that? But the white media would never go out and talk something badly about none of the white players. There are many incidents that I can also speak about, but this is not the platform for that. This is not about me. This is about the Black Lives Matter movement, and we are here behind Lungingidi. I will get to that point. That I can assure you now. If I'm able to sit in front of this camera today and be able to raise my voice and to raise my arm up and say, listen, I'm standing behind these guys and I'm standing behind this movement, I'm definitely sure that I will get behind. I will reveal the stories that are actually going on, and I'll get some of the players as well to reveal their stories without even being ashamed of revealing them. Because the truth needs to come out. There is no other way that the truth is going to come out by not saying it. So we have to take responsibility of standing up, showing the young kids that are playing in the setup, the ones that are coming, to stand up for themselves, because there is no better person. We are not saying that black lives only matter. White lives matter. Colored lives matter. Indians' lives matter, but at the moment we are standing with Lungingidi.